Hi everyone, Emma here. I have something different today to do. So we're going to make a bracelet that's a stretch bracelet. Let me get the camera adjusted here. So a stretch bracelet, and I got this at the Salvation Army store, and it really intrigued me, and I thought, you know what, if I don't grab it, I'll forget how they did this. And just because I have so many projects on the go that, and of course, this is months ago now, so take a look. So we've got a large pave ball here. Now, I don't have any, I have some black ones, black and gold ones that Diane gave me, but I don't have any other colors. So we're going to use one of these lovely, I took out the gold and the silver. Here's one right here. This is a little smaller, but let's enlarge this. So I took one of these, and the reason I take this is you see how big the hole is? Because the idea is we have the multi-strand on the one side, and you can see there's a big knot there. So it's, once you have your knot, you can go ahead and add it inside the hole. You're not going to really see it. We're going to use some of this this stuff here is interesting stretch cord. It's like fibers. I think they sometimes call it flat. If you see, it is kind of flat, but if you pull it apart, it has like fibers to it. It's good that it's not coming apart. Let me see if on the end we can see. So we're going to use that, I think. I've used this stuff before and it works really well, and because we're going to have multiple strands, it should be fine. I say that, fingers crossed, should be fine. I did take out my normal, this is a 0 point, I think it's 0.8. So it's just under a millimeter thick. And you can buy these on Amazon, and often they sell them too, both with the dispenser and the roll. I can't remember, it's been so long since I've bought this, but and they're about $10. Now, that may have gone up since I bought it, because a lot of the stuff's going up right now. So we're going to substitute that with one of these guys. And I do have some large spacers. We'll try and, if you don't have any rhinestone spacers, any type of spacer would be nice. And actually, you don't have to put a spacer, but it really dresses it up. And then you're going to need your pearls. So these are 12 millimeter pearls. I don't have any 12 millimeter pearls, so I'm going to use 10. I think definitely the 12 is the way to go if you're looking to buy some. But I mean, 10 will work as well. And then this is 6 millimeter, and actually these are 5s, but we're going to put 4s on there. And what I wanted to show you with this that's fun is if you want to do this right away, just head over to Michael's. This is not an advertising for Michael's, but I love Michael's for their like jewelry making stuff. And normally when they have sales in the summer, I stock up. Now last year I stocked up like crazy. So I have plenty, so I haven't done any of that. But what you can do is you can buy one of these 4 strands and you have all the beads you need on it. So you can put whatever size on one side and then the bigger ones on the other, or don't add this size 8. So you've got 4, 6, 8, and 10 is the sizes of these, and they come in different colors. These are the colors that I've been able to purchase. So this is a mint, they call it, and that is lovely. And this one they call navy. And then, so I just wanted to show you these. This is an option for you. Super cheap. When they have these on sale, they're usually buy one, get one free. So they're about $5 for 2. Is that correct? correct? No. I think these are 10. Sorry, it's been so long. I couldn't tell you how much. But it shouldn't be very expensive. So what I am going to do, though, is I want to do this in a more traditional color. So let's tilt the camera here. So I have these again from Michael's. There's 6 strands, and these are champagne. It doesn't say the size, but they're 4s. They might be 5s, actually, now that I look at it. Let's take a look. 4. And then these are from my own stash. These are 6mm. And these are light yellow. These are actually, I'm looking at these. These look really nice for Michael's pearls. You know, when I first started getting Michael's stuff, I have commented on how nice the pearls are. Now, it's relative to price, so you know, let's be clear about that, right? But you know, when you look at it from afar, look at how sparkly they are with the lights and stuff. So anyway, and then I have these again are from my stash, and these I got at Butterfly Beads, and these are cream. So the colors are slightly different, but I think once it's on a bracelet, you're not really going to notice. So let's, you know what, and I'll just tell you right now, I have no idea how we're going to do this. But we're going to do it. We're going to do it. So let's start by so we're going to try and imitate this. So we have our pearls. Let's get some spacers. So I have my stash of spacers here. And I haven't decided. Let's decide what color of this. Let's get one of each out. To figure out what color. So the gold looks really nice with these guys. And then, yeah, I think the gold is it. I also brought these out in case maybe on the other side here. And then have all the strands coming out. I don't know if that would work. Yeah, probably. Like I was worried that maybe the crown would make its way down the strand, but I don't think it'll go anywhere. So we'll think about that. Oh, we've got the gold one there. They're not quite the same gold, but I don't think that's going to matter. Okay, so now we want some, so that means we're going to use gold spacers. And of course, most of my spacers are silver. Okay, well, let's see. We've got these guys. I don't know if these will fit with a 10 pearl. Let's open these. Oh yeah, that'll be fine. It's not quite the... Oh yeah, that's fine. Perfect. And I was going to get a needle out, a collapsible needle for this. Let me grab one here. Oops. This one. It's all bent, but that should work. I think it's bent because I put it in a container that was too small. Okay, put that there. So, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's do 8 of these guys. 6 and 8. Now, just tie this off so it doesn't get all messed up. there. Okay. So let me see how they've got this. It looks like they put multiple strands on everything. So that's good, because then if one breaks, the rest will stay. So the holes are big enough to do that. So let's try that then. So we'll just let's line these guys up. So I think I like this idea how they have the one on at each end. So we'll do that. We'll start out with that. And I think we want the crown going this way on that one. So I hope everybody's doing well. It's Natal Day here, so it's a holiday. And people are out walking their dogs and just taking it easy. We had some serious heat, so I'm just trying to decide if I'm going to put some spacers in here. And you know, I think one more spacer on each side there. Okay, let's slide these over a bit. Let's do these rhinestone spacers are beautiful. I got a bulk amount of these from AliExpress, but it's from the Panda Hall store. So every once in a while I check the Panda Hall store in AliExpress, because if you try and order from them, they the shipping is ridiculous. But if you get it through AliExpress, the shipping is more reasonable, or you get free shipping. So there, that looks pretty good. Then we're going to have this guy here. So let me just see how, so this bracelet, the way it is, fits me. And I have a very small wrist, so I don't know who is wearing this. So, and doesn't seem to be stretched out that much. They used really thin stretch cord. Although this stuff looks thicker. Okay. Pay attention, Emma. So yeah, I think if we go with this length, but we keep these strands similar to the others, to this one. So we can count these. So there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 of the 6 millimeters. So, well, let's string this first, and then we'll get to the others. So let me grab my collapsible needle. I used to use, oh, you can see that's why that was in the bin. I used to use collapsible needles for, I think I'm going to try and bend that, for bead weaving, because I had such a hard time threading on camera, but I've gotten a lot better at it. And I'm like, why did I use these? It's so much nicer to use a proper needle. Slide these guys on. And I mean, you can see these are kind of cheap. I have a surprise. I have some Preciosa crystal pearls coming. I placed a large order from Shipwreck Beads. They were 40% off. And I bit the bullet and bought, oh, this is looking pretty. It's very sparkly. Oh, wow. I don't know why I'm so surprised all the time. I buy this stuff because it's beautiful. I do this because it's fun. Oh my gosh, this is really lovely. Okay, let's get to business here. Let me see. If I do multiple strands, then I'm gonna cut this and I'll put a bead stopper or a bead bug like that. Okay, and then we'll do our next. So let's count 16 here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. And you know what? I'm going to leave it on the strand. I'm going to see if we can get this. Oh, the needle's a little crooked for that. It might work. This is a way to do this to keep the holes upright so you can get your needle through so you don't have to do it. It just goes a little faster. Look at that. Okay, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Did I count that right? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Okay. Let me get my needle out here. So even with this is the great thing about this cord, is you can do 2 strands through beads like this. So there's no way you would get 2 strands through with this stretch cord. I've seen YouTubers trying to get using the special needle. So you can buy a needle that's like just a long rod, so you can line up all your beads onto the rod, and the tip is bent over, and you can slide your stretch cord in it and then pull everything through. But this cord here is way too thick for that. Now it does work, but it's a little thick. I have a video, actually I have 2 videos of me making one of those rods. I think they're like $10 at Michael's. But I've made them with just regular, I think 18 gauge wire, and you can use a smaller or like a higher number will give you a smaller gauge, and what that does is it's easier to get through your beads as well. And super simple, you just straighten it, then fold over the end, and that's your rod to put your beads on. So let me cut this now. So I'm just cutting the cord that the pearls are on. Don't cut your stretch cord, and then let's slide that out. So now we have our full. So let's test this out. This looks really big, but nah, it's fine. So here's how I test my stretch cord is I bring them together and then twist this a bit so it's not going to go anywhere, and then test it. So this is large for me, but this will probably fit. Let me get my my measuring stick. Oh my gosh, I'm getting old. I can't remember the words. Oh my gosh. I need help. So yeah, look, this is kind of loose on a 7, so it'll easily fit somebody with a 7, because we're going to tighten this a little bit. And then it can, because it stretches easily, it could go up to 7.5. So, mitts. And we can take this off. We're gonna just put these together. Let me untangle it for now. Okay, and we'll add it to this one. Okay, so now we're gonna get ready, and we're gonna go through this again, and then we're gonna string on another set of 16 of these guys. Get those ready. And get a nice piece of this. These were super cheap too. I got these on AliExpress together for, I can't remember, like under $2. Again, the prices have gone up, so you have to, this is probably plenty. Let's get our needle on this piece here. Okay. And I'm gonna get another bead stopper. And I think we'll do these first. So I'll go through 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, and 8 makes 16. I'm going to pull this out here, there, and pull that through. So there's those guys. Now we can go through all these beads. So I haven't heard yet when my radiation is supposed to start. And of course, I was thinking the way things happen really quickly with the with the simulation appointment and the oncologist appointment, that it would happen faster, and I was thinking maybe starting this week, but makes sense that it wouldn't start this week because you know, I should have threaded it the other way. I just noticed, because I'm gonna have knots at either end. I wasn't thinking. Oh well. Actually, the knots have to be at this end. Duh. That's why this one's there. But you know what? The knots will be hidden in there too. So actually, I think we'll leave it. And what did I miss something here? I just got twisted around. Huh. Where are we to? It looks a bit confusing right now, but it's gonna be pretty. Trust me. Trust me. Many wouldn't. As my wife says, when is Emma lying? When her lips are moving. But I have to clarify that I never lie. I tease her, and when I tease her, I tell her fibs. So I tell stories. I'm just gonna line these up to see what they look like. Look at that. That's gonna be pretty. Okay, so we're gonna do everybody's. Okay, everybody's in the places. Places, everyone. Okay, we need some teeny tiny ones. And let me see. I guess these will depend on these ones. But let me see what they've got. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 2, 4. I don't know if it says how many's on this strand. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 2, 4. Yeah, wow. So these are 50 on these strands. So let's pull that to the edge there. These holes are smaller, so of course, I don't know if we'll get the needle through here. I don't think we're going to be able to thread it the same way. So let's cut this off here. And then we know the other side, we're going to have to take 2 off. That doesn't look like the amount. Yeah, I guess it is. Just amazing when things are small. Okay, let's get. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to string these first and then put my cord through. You definitely don't need the amount of cord that I'm putting on here. So if you're, frugal and being careful with your cord. Let me see if this is going to go through. We may have to string this individually, like without the needle. Oh, it's going on. Good. Okay. Good stuff. I'm not, like, they're not going anywhere, so I'm not worried about a bead stopper on that one. Yeah, so still making sense of the results from the genetic testing. It's since they talked about it being a variant of uncertainty, I guess I'm a bit confused. I should probably call her and ask her. She was really nice and said call anytime. Because once I looked up, when she said it was on the MSA gene. I looked that up, and apparently that is called Lynch syndrome, and it is exactly what she had described about the colon cancer and uterine cancer and some other pancreas and stomach and some others. So I guess I'm a little confused. I guess what the variant, so what I understood the variant to be was that they didn't have enough information about this genetic mutation. And as time goes on and they get more information, they can, name it and know exactly. But from what I've seen online, like people are talking about it like it's a done deal. So I don't know if it just meant that my genetic mutation was, even though it was on that area, it wasn't definitive. And again, that's what I understood as well. So I don't know. I think, they had mentioned about having other family members tested, and if they did test positive, then that would be the definitive answer to that. So I don't know. But I got enough on my plate. Enough. So I am going to look at these. Okay, I think one of these is not like the other. What do you think? Like, oh, there's this one there, so it's maybe off by one. And I think one of them I did miss. So this is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. So there's one extra here. Let's take that off. Don't want it to be misshapen here. And clearly I cannot count. Okay, so there we go. These guys. So it's funny now I can see the difference in the color on these, but you won't notice. Okay, so let's get this. Let's flip it this way so that the knot will be over here. So let's add this piece. Let's get these guys out. There. And take this one. That's not right. I gotta leave this one here. Wow. So I do have to say I haven't been feeling good, and I'm like really tired, and I think it shows in when I do video. So please bear with me here. And to boot, I'm working on some things that have, like, I have like a bunch of different projects I'm working on. So of course those things are occupying my thinking, and so yeah. At one point I say to myself, I just gotta do a video because I feel so much better after I do it, and it's so amazing having people to talk to and hear what people think of the different things I'm making. So, and I find sometimes, and that this can come in handy for you too, because I tend to, like, I'll look up videos and say, oh, I'll try that, or I'll go to Pinterest and say, oh, I'll try that. I have a lot of creativity that I should be doing my own, like just sitting down with all the lovely beads and do my own stuff. So let's get this off and we'll do that one more time. So let's get this one attached. So kind of get here. So yeah, this is going to be nice. Okay, and did I? Okay, one more. I've had this for a while. It's getting to the bottom of this one. I think the other one's full. I don't know why they put them on these. There's not a lot, but I don't know. I think people, they put them on the pictures, and people, if they don't get shipped with the spool, people freak out. I read the comments on like Amazon, and it'll say, doesn't come with a spool. I'm thinking, do you make your bracelet with a spool? Like, who cares? Less plastic in the world. So, and I'm not one to talk with all the stuff I have. There's a lot of environmental stuff going on. Okay, so I'm going to take 2 off. I'm assuming there's 50, and I had 24. Oh, I was looking at the size here. So actually, so let's go like that, and we'll measure this strand with this one to see. There's that. That's pretty even. Like that. Okay, so there you go. Let's get these guys off. Yeah, this is a great deal. If you see those on sale, I would highly recommend. I mean, these would be pretty for bead weaving too. For the most part, so sometimes these ones look really good. I have gotten some of the Michaels ones that the plastic or the finish was all peeling. So the Preciosa, I was not familiar with the Preciosa pearls. And I think it was Spoilt Rotten Beads in the UK has a YouTube channel that she does frequently, and they have a shop. So she had gotten a shipment of Preciosa pearls in, this was like a week or 2 ago, and she did an unboxing of those, and she was talking about them, and I was amazed. I did not realize. So apparently, and I have to go back and research before I get mine so I can give you guys the exact scoop, is that they're made with actual crystal inside to mimic the weight and feel of real pearls. And then they have the special finish that one lasts a long time, but also mimics the iridescence of a pearl. So I thought that was kind of cool. They have some really gorgeous colors, like the iridescent colors. And I see, I can't remember her name. She does tutorials for Potomac beads. And she says Potomac beads. And some of the stuff she does with these incredible colored pearls are just stunning. Oh, this one's not going to go through that needle. There we go. So yeah, I'm excited about that. But it also made me realize I need to do more pearl videos because I have huge. My office is almost all pearls. Pearls and seed beads and Swarovski. There. Okay. So we're going to do it this way this time. And to move these guys down. And go through the crown and the big beads. Now be careful with this needle that it doesn't pierce your cord, because it's quite sharp, these needles. And when I was using these needles for bead weaving, oh my gosh, I was always sticking myself. Which is funny because I rarely stick myself with the regular needles, which are quite sharp. But I think there's a lot of struggling with this type of needle because it's just really big. I'm heard a few people commenting about using collapsible needles because they can't or have a very hard time threading. And actually, I had found a AliExpress store that had really good collapsible needles that were thin, so that you didn't. Let's see if I can show you this. It's coming apart now. You can see how it's coming apart now, but it'll be fine. It's just so. Now this looks like a hot mess. You might want to do them individually, but I noticed what they had on that bracelet is they tied them all together. I don't know if that's a good idea. So let's see what we have here. I guess you could. This has to go. This has to tie with something. Okay, here. Let me see if I got the right. That looks a bit broken. No, it's just a speck. So let me see if this is the. I'm trying to find where that one strand is. Let's do this. That might be it because it's got both pieces together. So here's the thing too, is with that bracelet, they tied it in a knot. So they grabbed all the strands and tied it in a knot. when you're doing, so we'll do this one first, this way. When you're doing a stretch bracelet, you're going to take both pieces like this, and you're going to do a basic knot here, and you're going to bring this tight, like that. Okay, now what you're going to do is you're going to hold your finger there and grab the other pieces. And so you're going to tie a knot. Now this one you're going to do a surgeon's knot, and then what that is it's a double knot. So you bring it through once, and then bring it through a second time. Twist it around, bring it through a second time, hanging on to your thing, and you're going to pull quick and tight. Now I always check it to make sure, and that's coming apart. So that didn't really work. So maybe we should do it in a knot. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think I'm gonna switch the sides and put it all on one side. Let me get this through here. I don't want this to come off. Almost there. There we go. Okay. So we're gonna get it all on the one side. So we've got to go through this way. Let me get these guys so they don't come apart. Get this one here. There. Okay. So let's get them all going in the same direction. So okay, bring this through. There. This will be much easier this way. And you can always do them individually too, but I think I'm going to try the knot. Now I'm starting to think there's a reason for that. Bring that through. There we go. Okay. Okay. Get these off. So I'm bringing this, like, hanging on to these beads here. And like that. I grab these guys. So let me see. Like, it looks like they've put a knot this way, all the way around. Yeah, that's how they did it. Oh, let's try it. I feel like that's going to be way too much. But you know what? It'll fit in that hole. Oh, let's try it. my strands are and that's not going to work for me. Let me loosen that before it gets, because I want the knot to be tight at the bottom. Trying to get all the strands going the right way. This piece here is not. I don't want a big piece sticking out. Okay, I don't like how this is going, and I'm a little worried that it's not going to hold, so I think we'll do them individually. That is what I think. So let's see if we can get the correct ends. Ah, there. Okay, this one here. I pulled on it and it started coming out, so let's try this. So. Okay, I'll try the surgeon's knot. I did 2 knots already. That looks pretty good. I'm gonna leave it just to be sure that it's correct. Okay, let's see if we can find our next strand here. So I would highly recommend you do these each time you add. So you don't have to figure out which strand you're. There it is. Please don't do this at home. I'm a professional. Oh my gosh. So one of those days. Okay. Let's see if I can get this. Okay. Let's see where this one is. Okay, that's the big 6mm. And you could, the way you put these on, you could actually have them so that they're twisted around each other. And if you didn't have as long strands, it would probably go a lot better. And I am putting them a little bit tight. It's probably not. There. Okay. One left. I think that's this one. No, that's another. Let's try it this way. I think it's probably this one. And we are tangled here. So I did leave this one twist around the other, so it gives it a little bit of a something. This actually looks small now compared to the other. Okay. I didn't stretch my cord, so sorry about that. Just to remember to stretch your cord before. I find this stuff you don't have to stretch as much, but definitely this type of stretch cord, you should pre-stretch it. So as you can see, this looks small. This just fits me, and the 6 mils look a little big for the other, so I should have put the full amount. Okay, so let's take a look at what we have here. So we can now put this in a knot. Let me get all these strands here. Oh look, the little pearls went through. That's probably why. Let me see if I can get these guys in to block it. I think that's why the pearls were looking, the small 4mm pearls were looking small. I'm seeing if maybe we can do a knot in here, but then it's going to be exposed. I think we should just leave it. Okay, so I am going to cut this. And what you can do, oh, that one, is that one still knotted? Yeah, so this one here is going inside the bead, but you can stick it in here. And let's see if we can get these guys out of there. There's pearls coming out. I think if we can get this knot in that pearl, it will keep it from going into the... Look at this. Silly. So, this one. Let's see if we can turn this one around. And let me clip this a little better. And put that on there. There. There's your lovely bracelet. Ta-da! That turned out really nice. It is small. Let's take a look at. Now this one's super loose. Actually, it's not. These pieces seem a bit loose, but this is. So that's the great thing, is doing the multiple strands makes this a lot sturdier. So I would probably increase the amount, because this is, you know, we added stuff. Oh, you know what? We didn't count for these are 12 millimeters. Let me see. I thought we had measured. So anyway, there you go. Somebody with a small wrist will be getting this lovely bracelet. Ta-da! So I'll have to try the different colors, but this turned out really nice. There you go. Thanks for joining me. Stretch bracelet for an hour. Oh my gosh. Oh well, it's worth it. This is really, really pretty. Look at this. Oh, the I want to call them baby pearls. The wee pearls are back in the. These need to be cut shorter. And you can add a bit of glue too. So there, that's better. There we go. Take care, everybody. Bye.